episode opens with Zack making a mockery of the future voice of Pumba as he scratches his scalp checking for head lice.
Hey, boss, how about a raise?
Hey, shut up. Too cheap to give myself a raise.
We can't help but notice a familiar funny gag running rampant throughout the Malibu Sands episode where Zack enjoys flubbing Mr. Carosi's name.
Mr. Cannoli.
Carosi? Right.
He tries to come off funny, but in the end, Zack shows hints of screech.
I was just trying to loosen up the employees, sir.
What do you mean, sir? Is a happy staff is a snappy staff?
Get in line.
Mr. Carosi makes an announcement that he will be out of his office on a business matter, and he will leave all of his management responsibilities to his daughter, Stacy.
I expect you to show her the same respect you show me.
Why? We like Stacy.
Stacy promises she will give her most complete, up-close and personal attention to Zack Morris.
Stacy, keep your eye on this character.
Don't worry, Daddy. I'll give him a lot of close personal attention.
They ought to put up a notice saying sexual harassment in this area will not be reported. However, it will be graded. However, the gang takes to Stacy's leadership with grace and ease. Then, after the stuck-up phase, the procrastination ensues, with the gang playing frisbee in the lobby. What? They can't walk and chew gum at the same time. You're on waterfront property, correct?
Go for a long one.
Stacy breaks up the slackers and tells them to respect the badge or there will be plenty of spankings to go around on your paychecks.
Whose check do I deduct the cost of that window?
Slater, she should have had it.
Then enters in Mr. Richter, whom requests to have a photograph of his daughter hanged in the dining room in preparation for her Sweet 16 party.
Sweet 16 party tonight? One moment, please.
Unfortunately, Stacy was not made aware of this.
See, I thought the Thornhill's 50th anniversary was tonight.
So did I.
As this causes a conflict with previous booking for the Thornhill's 50th anniversary party. Huh? Is Mr. Carosi a bad booker or just a bad bumbling businessman?
Oh no! Daddy double booked the room!
All right, stay cool, stay cool. Mr. Richter's not a bad guy. Maybe you can ask him to switch to tomorrow.
Stacy suggests if Mr. Richter could move the party, but unfortunately he cannot do so for he already has people flying in from all over the world, which now puts her in a pickle.
Now, what's your proposal?
Proposal? I propose we hang this picture right over the head table.
Thank you.
Yeah. A shit pickle.
I'm dead.
Zack goes for the reversal, asking the Thornhills if they could move the party time up instead.
Yeah, but what's one more day?
Son, at my age, one day could be everything. I could kick off tomorrow during my tango lesson.
I'm so sorry. It seems you are suffering from SLAS. Oh, that stupid lazy asshole syndrome. The only known...
No, I'm really up a creek.
The Thornhills obviously turned down the request to change their party room time because it's tradition to have your 50th anniversary on the date of your 50th anniversary. Meanwhile, Mr. Thornhill looks at his wife as if she must have been something before electricity. I can tell you they will be marching back to their staterooms to see if their relationship still has some spark left. So this leaves with Zack with the only option to convince Mr. Richter to have his party down by the beach. That's not until they sweep the beach, and our favorite dumbass takes this seriously by literally going into a time-wasting plot of making sure the beach is not littered with buried treasure at the beach club.
Yeah, you can also be an idiot.
I have to say, how little he does surprise me anymore.
Oh, no pieces of 8 for you.
You're one mentally challenged boy, Screech. Just because you can't see that man's face doesn't mean he's not there ready to bury you 6 feet under. Who knows? Maybe someday, maybe you will be worth something, Screech. He does use it as a love wand to sexually harass Linda, but in actually, he claims he found a gold coin.
A gold coin!
It's probably filled with chocolate.
Huh? Really? Considering the fact that the last gold coin to be circulated in the United States was in 1889, that it's just going to lay there undisturbed in a highly populated beach that is Santa Monica for a very long time?
Can't have it.
Adolescent writers certainly like to complicate things. Even Kelly walks by undisturbed by Screech's apparent change in behavior and his excuse, us, well, young children do it all the time.
I don't want my beach filled with holes.
We must do the digging, but we hates it.
Don't let her fool you, Lisa. She's trying to horn in on our claim.
Back at the Sands restaurant, Zack and Stacy approach Mr. Richter and her daughter Jeannie if they can move their party to the beach.
Jenny, what you want is moonlight, stars, romance.
Mr. Richter still isn't hip to the idea, but once Jenny gets enchanted by Zack Morris, she is all for it because after all the ladies want to come down with a case of a Zack attack.
Daddy, I want my party outside on the beach. I want!
You got!
Zack Morris and Stacy feel they have everything, all wrapped until Roberto, the head chef, comes out distraught about something.
Okay, Roberto, all right, I'll tell her, okay? I'll tell her.
What's craft services doing with an on-screen speaking role?
Stacy, Roberto wants me to speak to you on behalf of the kitchen staff.
Why are you here?
They want to know when they're going to get the raise your father promised them.
So you are on a one-day strike at work today and nobody's noticed?
Well, tell him I don't know anything about it.
Well, that's what you get for living a shuttered life.
Okay.
After commercial break, we are in the kitchen with Roberto and the kitchen staff, where Jessie joins their strike in unison.
Estúpido gringos your problemas.
Tu español es algo confusa.
Gracias. Says the entire staff is tired of being exploited.
I mean, if they don't like their job, don't strike. Just go in every day and do it really half-assed. That's the American way.
Jesse, all he said was you speak lousy Spanish.
Seriously, Jessie, you are one of the most privileged characters on the show. Why are you intervening on matters that you couldn't possibly understand?
Oh, you promise. Why should any oppressed people have faith in the promise of a heartless ruling
Oh,
class?
Jesse, come off it.
You are speaking amongst a group of people who do not wish for you to be their mouthpiece.
Oh, Zack, you wouldn't understand. You live in a world of privilege.
Zack and Stacy take a walk outside to the beach for a little breather as Stacy then decides the kitchen crew is just taking advantage of her because after all, she's a Carosi.
They think they're gonna get away with it. They're wrong.
What does the restaurant crew want? Evidence-based change.
I'm Stacy Carosi.
Yeah.
Lisa further buys into Screech's Gold Rush fever and soon they are both digging random holes in the sand.
I gave my jeweler that gold coin you found, and he said it's real.
I knew it. We're gonna be millionaires.
Some surfer dudes catch wind of this, and since it is a cool thing to do, they reenact the PC game Lemmings and beginning digging to the center of the earth.
Stop it! You can't dig up my beach!
Hey, don't be discouraged now. I heard sand and gravel are going for $3 an ounce. These people haven't worked once this episode. Why hasn't Stacy fired them for dereliction of duty and excessive sandcastle building? The kitchen staff gets tired of Jessie's melding and decide to side with Slater as long as the writers promise that what happened to Allie Mills from Good Morning Miss will happen to Jessie. Wish granted, you can thank Showgirls for that.
No loca, Jesse, no strike. See?
Stacy, not happy with the kitchen staff, whipping up a symphony of sight and smell, goes full bitch mode on them while the kitchen crew entertain each other with a game of duck, duck, goose.
There's no raise, no how. You got that? No raise.
Okay. We strike.
Kelly comes into the kitchen obsessed with the quest for the golden veil. So if Slater is already spoken for as the kitchen staff, interpreter and Kelly as the prosecutor, who is running things at their lifeguard towers? It doesn't end as Kelly drags both Zack and Stacy where more mole holes are being dug. Oh, doesn't it look to be quite an honor to be on strike from trying to look busy all day at work?
Well, you think Jenny wouldn't mind having her Sweet 16 party in a hole?
Screech and Lisa got a great big construction convoy ready for the sand. Ain't she a beautiful sight?
Samuel! Where do I dig?
Right here, my sweet.
Nice on Stacy. Especially for allow two unqualified and unlicensed individuals for causing reckless endangerment to lives of your fellow resort beach patrons.
I know. We dug up the whole beach, and all we found was one crummy coin.
Stacy realizes she can't keep the Richter party on ice any longer. After all, the a-holes are too obsessed with finding the Ark of the Convent.
What are we gonna do tonight? We can't hold the Richter party out here.
Or you could patch it all up using the stolen construction rig before the party arrives.
I don't know.
Zack then decides that he will send the old folks to bed at 7 and just move the Richter party in at 8.
Oh, good thinking, Zack.
This then sparks the newly formed volunteer kitchen staff to whip up a miracle while the rest of the kitchen staff enjoy their sippy cups and nap time.
Who knows how to make what?
I make scrambled eggs.
I can make hot dogs.
All I can make are reservations.
Without Gordon Ramsay, the gang are no iron chefs and turn up crap that just falls apart with humors the striking kitchen staff judges. After the free-for-all kitchen entertainment, the kitchen staff get so amused and figure this isn't going to end unless we put a touch of class into it. So they go back to cook, leaving everyone feeling merry. Pulling off both parties will not be an easy task since the Thornhills are quite greedy fucks and want the night fully booked like they booked it solid for the night.
Got our main course. Main course.
Jessie attempts to stall Mr. Richter and Jenny, but they suggest she go back to being a Las Vegas porn star. The Richters enter and wonder since when did this turn out to be a clash with the Walton family.
Well, they're complimentary chaperones. No extra charge.
This is below their standards.
What are these teenagers doing here?
They're here to remind you to stay forever young. Oh, no matter how old you are.
Wait, whatever happened to Mr. Richter's ridiculous claim that he had all these people to invite all over the world when there was only 6 people in here? Do they not have immediate family in California? Zack then has the situation in control until Mr. Plot Starter himself screech spills everything.
I got the code, Zack. Let's herd the Thornhills out of here before the Richters see them.
So the gang immediately try to fix this calamity by pairing every guy and gal together for a doozy do.
Thornhill, would you care to tango with me?
Country line dancing, huh? As if they didn't have enough shitty things going on in this episode already. I always thought line dancing was started as a way for people waiting to use the bathroom. Later in the evening, Mr. Carosi arrives and learns that he is not a very good businessman.
What the? We've got the Thornhill party and the Richter party going on at the same time.
You might want to consider a franchise for the concept Intolerant.
How did this mess happen?
Well, the dining room was double booked.
That's outrageous. Who's the idiot who double booked the room?
That's easy. You are.
He apologizes to everyone involved for being out so long, but they shrug it off as okay because the dance orgy was getting started.
I'm so sorry things got out of hand while I was away.
Well, maybe you should go away more often. This is turning into one heck of a party.
Oh.
Hey, you can do it in many positions with perfect technique, good rhythm, and great hip rotation, where straddling is also a natural position. And after a quick intermission, they are ready to go at it again. And of course, flexibility. Imagine the possibilities. Why do they think they call it the safety dance? Stacy then convinces Mr. Carosi to give the kitchen staff a raise, and Mr. Carosi goes to the beach, and think of how much a one-dimensional loser he is.
Why should I do that?
Because you already promised it to them.
And because they saved your butt by cooking for both parties.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to take a walk on the beach and have myself a good cry. I hate giving up money.
Everyone suddenly revolves closer to Zack Morris as a slow dance is brought up. Our episode happily ends with Mr. Carosi falling and breaking his neck on one of the holes dug up by the many of volunteer assholes.